and welcome to our community. Susie Thomas here with you this morning, joined by Teresa Faut, who is this year's president of the Junior League of Stark County. Good morning.
Good morning, Susie. Thanks for having me.
So happy to have you. Now, we had you months ago, but you were with the folks from the Martin Center, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to just talk about the Martin Center, and we want to do the same thing with Junior League, to spend a half hour just really getting to know the place that Junior League has in our community, the important role it's played, and then the amazing things you've got going on right now and in the future. So, you up for that?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me back.
Well, happy to do it. And I think some people still hear the word Junior League and they get a certain picture in their mind. They either aren't familiar with Junior League or they think of fancy ladies with their gloves and pearls having tea and talking about what flowers should we plant this year. So give us a little update. Really, who is the Junior League and what is the Junior League?
The Junior League is a group of women here in Stark County who want to make a difference. That's the main thing. And, you know, we have a tremendous history in Stark County. We were originally the Junior Service League 100 years ago here in Stark County in 1915. And then in 1937, we became the Junior League of Stark County. So we've been around for a long time, but we work kind of quietly a little bit. Behind the scenes lately. In the past, we've done some really big, significant projects in the county, and you know, recently we're helping with the Martin Center. We're partnering with them. We've done some projects with Pegasus Farms. We've done projects with Hammer and Nails. We've helped with Habitat for Humanity. We really work alongside a lot of community organizations to provide that woman power. We're an all-women's organization. So we provide volunteer work, and we also provide trained volunteers, which is, you know, something that makes us unique, sets us apart from a lot of other organizations. We provide a lot of training, a lot of support for our volunteers to learn how to lead, a lot of great leadership skills, you know, a lot of organizational skills, organizing a project, organizing a fundraiser. Those are things that the Junior League does really well.
First of all, congratulations on that 100th anniversary. So 1915 was kind of the start of this, the seed that has become and grown into the Junior League. I want to dial back here on some of this training idea. Someone recently asked me, what's the difference between just joining Junior League or just going ahead and volunteering for, say, Hammer and Nails or one of these places? Why would I be part of the Junior League in a way to volunteer? Why not just go volunteer?
You know, the Junior League, when you join the Junior League, you're a member of an organization that's been around for a really long time, and you belong to a community of women who are like-minded, who are interested in helping the community, and you meet monthly, so you have that wonderful, you know, partnership, that group feeling of being a part of a committee, working together on a common goal, and you actually make those projects happen together. Where, you know, with other organizations, you know, one of the advantages to those organizations is if you're interested in showing up and just sort of working for one day, then that's a great way to be a part of, you know, any of those organizations. But the Junior League, you're a member of an organization that's been around for a long time, and you get to learn the long-term process of planning and making things happen. And a lot of members take that knowledge elsewhere, whether it's professionally or whether they serve on other boards, but it's valuable knowledge.
I think some people might be surprised at how many things we take for granted in the community that Junior League started. That's kind of their way, isn't it? That to get something going and then turn it over for a long-term way to serve the community, and it might even become housed then under another organization. Do one or two big ones come to mind?
In 2006, we participated in the first all-women build with Habitat for Humanity. So that was a big, memorable project that the Junior League participated in. We also worked with Stark County Hunger Task Force with their senior pantry a few years ago, and so we were very involved in that every week, packing up food, sending that out to seniors who are shut-ins, basically, who are not able to get out. We worked with Pathway Caring for Children and put on a prom for those kids. And those are a lot of foster kids there at Pathway. And the kids said they didn't often have an opportunity to have a prom, either because they were moving from school to school, or some of them are in alternative schools because they have certain needs. And so we put on a prom for them. We've designed a sensory room for Solid Rock Therapeutic Riding Center. That's a need in our community. Sensory issues with children are on the rise. And so we designed that. And then we held a roundtable meeting with educators from around the county and shared the information that we had gathered. So that was really very inspiring. And then, with the Martin Center, we've got a few things going on there too.
It's amazing. Where do you get people that can find the time? It seems like you're involved with everything. How is this possible in this day and age?
We're all busy. That's the interesting thing, is the women in the Junior League now look a little different than the women in the Junior League years ago. Now there are a lot of working women in the Junior League, or women who are volunteering for more than one organization. They're serving on a couple of different boards. We have mothers, we have, business owners, we have very busy women in the Junior League. So it's a kind of a good question. How do we have time for it? And I think the answer is we love it, so we make time for it. And anything that you love, you will make the time to do. And when I'm working on Junior League projects, the time just flies, and I kind of don't know where it went. And then I have to figure out how to fit everything else in, but I always make time for Junior League.
To peel this back even more, it just seems like volunteerism in general is down. And but you are looking at members who have all kinds of different skills. If you're talking about professional women, educated women, some women who may be educated and are staying at home, maybe some have always been stay-at-home moms, and that has a very specific skill and organizational attributes of its own.
Yes.
Who can join? Can anyone just say, I'd like to be part of this? How can a person say, here's what I bring to the table, and I would love to be part of you?
Well, the Junior League is open to all women 21 and older, all women who are committed to volunteerism and improving the community and developing the potential of women. That's our mission. Those are our that's what we are most interested in, and that's what we do in the community. So any woman who's 21 or older can join the Junior League, and she can join at different times in her life. She can join when she has all kinds of skills and information that she can bring and share, or she can join, kind of in the beginning of her volunteer career or professional career and gain some skills that way. That's something that in the past the Junior League was really helpful with, is women who were interested in gaining skills. But now we have women from both ends of their volunteer career coming in, whether it's in the beginning or with a lot of experience.
I love this idea of gaining skills by becoming a part of Junior League. You've talked about training a little bit. Let's go back to that a little bit more. For you, you obviously have really enjoyed it because you're serving as president this year. What skills would you say personally that Junior League has brought to you?
For me, I would say there have been a lot of leadership skills, which actually, I have a lot of education. I'm an attorney, and I've worked at the San Diego City Attorney's Office and worked with the community there, and I've done all kinds of projects with city council there and different things like that. And so truly, I wasn't sure how much more I had to learn about some of these things.
Right. That would be my follow-up question.
Right.
Like, good night. What could a little organization do for someone who has accomplished already as you, and yet you say yes?
Well, I learned a lot, though. And that's such a pleasant surprise, because you learn by doing in a lot of ways, and I haven't had the opportunity to directly manage and lead, a team of people in the way that I can in the Junior League. And, the women are so committed and so excited about what they're doing, and it's been such a wonderful opportunity for me to do what I can to organize, help, assist, get everybody going, but then get out of their way. And so I've learned a lot about leadership and how to bring out the best in people, hopefully, as well as I can, and how to, manage conflict when there is conflict, and how to help bring people back in if they've become disengaged for one reason or another and find out what's going on with them, how to manage and put together a strategic plan for an organization for a few years. We did a 3-year strategic plan. We do one every 3 years, but we really kind of revamped the way we're structuring our projects. And so that was a really interesting learning experience. The fundraising side of it, that's something I really haven't been involved with before. So that's a huge learning experience. And then, I'm already thinking of other places that I want to use some of these skills in the future. So I've learned so much, and I'm so glad and I learned so much from the members because they all bring these wonderful skills and great, personalities and neat experiences. And so I've learned so much from them too. Yeah.
We could help a lot of people right now if we circle back to the conflict management part, because you are talking about an organization of women.
Yes.
And I think anyone listening right now who's ever been a part of a group of women working together, it can be an extremely productive time. It can be a time of high conflict. And I'm talking in church, in other organizations that you work with. Okay, you put a bunch of gals together, there's going to be conflict.
Sure.
So give us a key. Give us one little key. What is a good thing to be able to take to that group? Give us some kind of a little tidbit, a helpful hint about conflict management.
My biggest hint is to listen.
Oh, that's
listen.
Good.
Number one is to listen. And so when I go in to mediate some sort of conflict, whether I usually talk to one person, then the other person to get each side separately. And then if needed, I'll bring them all, both together and we'll have a conversation. But I don't go in with an agenda. I go in just open and ready to listen to what that person's point of view is, because usually it surprises me. Usually there's some piece of information, if they feel comfortable and they feel like I'm really curious and interested in what their point of view is, they will come up with something that I did not expect. And it's a perspective that I needed to know about, an interest that they might have that's really important to them that nobody else really understood. And then I do the same thing with the other side. And once I, as well as I can, understand where both people are coming from, there's almost always common ground where people are overlapping and they maybe don't see it. And so I think also people just need to be heard. And when one person is able to kind of vent how they're feeling, they often, even that alone, can kind of ratchet down the conflict, even that. So listening is number one.
This sounds like something that you could even take back to your profession then. You mentioned that you're an attorney. Do you take skills from Junior League? Besides bringing your professional skills to Junior League, do you take your Junior League skills back to your profession as well?
Sure, absolutely. I am actually a trained mediator, and so I do mediate conflict professionally as well. But every single mediation experience is a learning experience. You learn about the particular conflict and you take that with you. So I just have to say listening, and then also managing expectations is really important. If you can organize well in the beginning and everyone knows we're not shooting for the moon, we have a bite-sized project, and we take it one step at a time. That's really helpful because everybody really wants to just do their best, and they want to shine, and they want, appropriate credit for what they've done, which they deserve. And so as much as we can give them that as a leader, the happier everybody is.
We're talking with Teresa Fout. She is this year's president of the Junior League of Stark County. And all right, after the break, let's talk about some of the things you're really involved with, because there's some exciting things. Thanks for joining us. You're listening to Our Community.